Hello, fine citizens of YouTube. I just want to make this really quick video. I'm listening to the Tom Joyner Morning Show this morning, working around the house, doing a few things before I hit the streets and get some business done. Anyway, so a little while ago they had a segment about, it was about natural hair, and there's a Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris was on, and I'm sorry I can't remember his first name, but anyway, he has a center in DC that treats traction alopecia, which, you know, a lot of naturals know about that, which is basically alopecia, loss of hair around like the edges and things that you get from pulling too tight on your hair, or wearing braids, or wearing weave glue. I'm not even gonna get on that, but anyway, so I wanted to comment about it because it really it's funny. You know, I read this thing last night. I watched Starry Eye JB's video yesterday about her response to is natural hair a trend? And I think for some it is. I think it is a trend for some people. I think that, I'm sorry, I have a hair hanging right in my eye. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I think that it is a trend for some people. Just because they are not, I think that it's one of those things like, oh, this is, dyeing your hair blonde or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, but I think that what people don't realize is that it takes a lot of commitment to be natural. I do want to talk about what happened on the show today. So basically they were talking to this doctor, and he talks about how he treats alopecia. And it was, on the Jackie Reed segment. And, what really struck me was that every time he talked about, embracing your natural curl pattern or embracing your natural beauty, he got cut off or talked over, I don't get me wrong, I love Jackie Reed, I love Sybil, I expect it from Jay, because he does that with every guest, but I think that what really struck me was how quickly they dismissed natural hair, like, okay, that's not an option for me, so what do I do if I get this? What happens if I start getting hair loss? Because going natural is not an option. He was saying how they do, hair transplants and all these other things, but part of it is that you need to go natural. You got to stop using the chemicals, and you got to do this. Now, let me just say all of this. I've said this in another video too. I think it is a personal choice. My thing is that, I think we all look beautiful no matter how you have your hair. Whether you shave it off, grow it long, wear it natural, wear it in braids, wear it in twists, wear it in, in perm, whatever. I think it has to go with your personal style. It's just the same as the clothes you wear or anything else. It's hair. It's how you style it, okay? That being said, my personal choice for going natural was, partially just to be a healthier person, which I'm still on that journey. Be with me. And partially, I just got tired of being a slave to the hairdresser. I really did. Y'all know how I feel about not being on the same page as a hairdresser. And I still have not successfully found a natural hairstylist, so I just do it myself. I think that it's a frightening thing to think, oh my gosh, so I need to go to my natural hair. For a lot of reasons. One, it's unknown to most of us. You have to think about, being my age, you probably don't know your, and I'm 30, you probably don't know your natural hair pattern. Okay, this is not my natural hair pattern, people. Let's just put it out there. This is a braid out. And I pinned it up in the back, trying to be protective. I'm on my whole growing it out thing. So, but my natural hair pattern is very, like, pin coily springy. And, that's an issue for a lot of people that, okay, how do I style that. If you have to, it's sort of like, I think of it as like learning a new language. It's like learning Spanish if you know English. Okay, yeah, you know how, sentence structure is supposed to go. You know that there are verbs and nouns and everything else, but, putting an adjective after the word instead of before the word is a little bit strange to you, right? But it's still language, you still get the idea of it. So it's just a matter of relearning how to take care of your hair. It's still hair, Okay, yeah, you were wearing it perm, so you were probably an expert at wearing your hair permed. But now you have to, learn how to rewash your hair, relearn how to wash your hair and condition your hair and what products work and how to just do it, because you can't go in there all any curly head person knows that. Or you will end up detangling for the next 4 hours. Okay. So I think that it's a fear of the unknown. But it was so funny how they dismissed it so quickly. Sybil and Jackie, like when he said, well, we try to get people to really embrace their naturals, their natural style and understand, that that's really healthy for their hair. And they're like, okay, so, and they just went right over it. So I think it's very important, and I had already planned on making a video about this, so I guess I'll just make this one kind of long. It's at 6:30 now, so okay, so let me wrap this up. I talked to a friend of mine who just recently did a big chop. This is actually her second big chop. She did one years ago for different reasons, and again, this is really important to remember, is that not everybody does it for the same reasons. It's not all, we're not all cookie cutter. So, but this time she did it, really because she wanted low maintenance hair, and she wanted to be able to just enjoy, doing other things, doing her makeup, wearing big earrings, So, to encourage her to stay natural this time, I'm doing some stuff with her. But anyway, I think I was talking to her, and she was saying that when you cut your hair off like that, because, it's a huge thing for women to have their hair, especially black women, let's just put it out there. When you cut your hair off like that, it's a big deal. But, there's all of these, if you cut your hair off, this is going to happen. But, like, the world is going to stop, or, stop spinning. And then when it doesn't happen, when the world keeps turning and, there's no disaster because you cut your hair off and you went natural, then people are like, then you get that understanding. And I don't know, let me know if this happened to you too, because it happened to me and it happened to her, and we were talking about this. You get that understanding that, well, if that was a possibility, and that, and now I've done this, and now I'm actually able to do these things, and everything's fine, and life goes on. What else what else have I been told that was like, oh no, you can't do that? And then, so it opens up possibilities for you. I think, like I said, it's not a bad thing to have the fear. I know I had it, and I'm sure that most naturals have it. I mean, I transitioned for over a year with cornrows. Not knowing I was transitioning. I was just tired of getting perms. But I was going to get a perm, and then I ran upon a natural blog and started thinking about, maybe I can go natural. And, I have to admit, as much as I love my natural hair, I do not like my natural pattern as short as my hair is now, because it is so coily that even though my hair, like right here in the front, comes down to about here, and in the back it's brush up length, when it's in its natural state right after washing, it's short. It's super short, and it's really hard for me to define my natural curl pattern. I've tried so many different gels and jellies and stuff, and so anyway, and I'm just not, I'm not comfortable with wearing it in its natural state at this length. That's something that I have to work through, and that so I would say to all naturals, Educate people who are out there. There are a lot of people transitioning. I run up on transitioners all the time who see my natural hair, and you think they're not paying any attention to you. You think you're just out there shopping and getting your groceries, and they're like, oh yeah, I haven't had a perm in like 3 months. I just press it, because I'm trying to transition. Stop and talk to them and tell them what you've done. Tell them what you've done wrong. Tell them what you've done right. Tell them, let them know that it's a journey, and enjoy the journey. Educate. And I think that's the biggest thing, because right now what's happening is that people are really ignorant of their own hair. Is that not crazy? I heard, and if y'all get a chance, Cynthia RF, I love her videos because her hair pattern is very similar to mine. She said, isn't this a mess? We spend all this money to straighten our hair so then we can go and curl our hair so that we can have our own pattern, basically. That's just crazy. So anyway, but what I would say is that, just be mindful that it's not an easy process to go natural, and it's a commitment. And there's no, it's not like, oh, I'm going natural and then tomorrow your hair is just perfect. No, I'm not a year in yet, and I still every day learn different stuff, and my hair, as soon as I learn something like, oh, this is great for my hair, then my hair grows out some more, and it's like, oh, okay, that doesn't work for my hair anymore. So, and I'm learning to love my natural hair pattern more now, because it changes as it grows out. I mean, as it's growing out, I'm actually seeing more of my hair, and seeing how it really reacts to water, which is the big deal, I'm actually liking it more than I did 5 months ago. So, okay, I know I'm way over time now, so I just want to say that, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this, this whole, thing about, is it a trend? Is it not a trend? And also, how do you deal? I'm sure you get a lot of people coming up to you saying this about and the other about your hair. How do you educate those women? Do you say thank you and keep moving on, or do you actually stop to talk to them, or just kind of let me know what you think about all of this journey that we're all on. All right, have a good day. Bye.